Oh yes, I remember that one all too well. A little rascal that one was. Troublesome. Oh, that is rich. All right on the money there, sport. How tediously overused this one was. Oh, marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Oh, greetings, everyone. I didn't see you all there. I'm the Black Critic Guy, just enjoying myself a good old read of one of my favorite props. I mean books! Yes, books. That's exactly what I meant. The BCG Cliché Handbook. Quite the fascinating read, if I do say so myself. You know, while I have you all here, allow me to share with you all some of my favorite passages from this well-crafted, well-written, excellent 10 out of 10 IGN piece of literature. Allow me to just open up this book real quick. Or something's falling out here. Let me just fix, oh, who cares about that? I'll just fix that later. Tedious. Alright, let me just turn to the page that discusses the cliches in anime, and I will discuss with you all 10 of the cliches that I find the most annoying. It's kind of funny, I remember talking to a certain subscriber by the name of Jaden Martin about this particular topic, and he says, you know what, these are just interesting points you're bringing up. You should actually make a video about this. So I guess, perfect timing. Here we are, found the page. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Ooh, this one sounds perfect to start us off. Let's start off with a fun one, shall we? I actually quite enjoy this cliche from time to time. It's the evil female laugh. You know the one I'm talking about. You've heard it prevalently in many anime over the years. It sounds something like this. As stated previously, I don't mind this cliche. In fact, I rather enjoy it, because it's so over the top and random at times that it's outright hilarious. And it's freaking infectious. How could you not laugh along with the character in the scene? The problem lies in its overuse, because it is used so many times in the same style and fashion across many different anime that it gets a bit annoying and irritating from time to time. I mean, would it kill you guys to switch it up now and again? But regardless, I still get a kick out of this cliche, even though it does kind of wear at me a little bit. Moving on. Let's see here. Characters with ridiculous hair, no. Long and drawn out battles, nah. Traps, Oh! Here's a very common one. Everyone's in high school. Now, much like the previous one, I don't dislike this cliche, especially since a lot of my favorite anime take place in high school. But over the years, it has become rather bothersome, especially when you have a character that will travel to another world, and even in that world, the character ends up going to the equivalent of high school or even high school itself. And it doesn't matter what genre of anime it is, almost every single genre has characters that are attending high school in some shape or form. Excel World, Angel Beats, Assassination Classroom, and Code Geass are just a few fine examples where the characters and the setting did not need to be in high school, but they resort to doing it anyway. And yes, I'm very well aware that one of my favorite anime YouTubers, Digibro, explained why most anime take place in high school. And I understand where he was coming from, and it makes a whole lot of sense. Doesn't change the fact that it is a cliche. This next one here is starting to bother me the more I see it. It's the perverted best friend / sidekick cliche. This is basically where you have a mild-mannered main character who has a best friend or sidekick who seems to only give a damn about the female, or to be fair, the male figure. How unsophisticated. From the likes of rom-coms such as Baka and Tess, the Kawaii Complex, and the complete disgrace of the genre, Green, which took it way too far, to even ones you would never suspect, like Dragon Ball, Setai Yakuin Domo, and Bento, the latter two having females as the perverts. How very unladylike. Oh dear, it seems I have stumbled upon the romantic comedy section, and as you can tell, there are many pages dedicated to this genre. Let's see where I should start. No, not that one. Oh! Here's one that's very prevalent in this genre. Will they? Won't they? This cliche right here is when the creator would drag the audience around for multiple episodes, long strands of episodes, teasing whether or not their main characters will end up together, even when it's clearly obvious that they will eventually. You can see why I'm mentioning it. The Deus a part-timer, Hari Suzumiya, the Kawaii Complex, 1 Week Friends, and most recently and egregiously, Urumanga Sensei. All rom-coms guilty of this cliche. But worst of all is that the cliche is not limited to romantic comedy anime. Other anime are also affected by it. Anime like Yona of the Dawn, though technically still a romance, Black Lagoon, Yu Yu Hakusho, Full Metal Alchemist, hell, even Attack on Titan wasn't spared from this cliche. Flipping my book. Ooh! Here's a juicy one. I refer to this cliche as B-cubed, which stands for Big Bouncy Boobs. Absolutely no genre of anime is safe from this. Whether it be action, drama, comedy, sci-fi, or hell, even anime geared towards children, you're almost guaranteed to have some well-endowed chick or chicks. Now listen here, okay? Far be it from me to complain about some eye candy. Sometimes it's necessary, and I won't lie, I enjoy seeing them. But some anime just had to go and take it too far and ruin it for everyone. I'm looking at you, Aiken. I'm looking at you, High School DxD. Stop your shit. I guess when it comes right down to it, there's no such thing as modesty or moderation in the anime world. Let's not kid ourselves now. Dear Lord, this book is so damn long. It's like watching a Black Critic Guy video. Okay, but just give me something interesting to share with the subscribers. Give me an interesting cliche. Let's see. Interesting cliche. Interesting. Okay, let's. Right here. Here's an interesting one, and one you probably might not have noticed before, but now I'm going to point it out to you. And that's the dead or absent parent cliche. Now, you ever watched an anime where the parents are either dead, for mysterious reasons no less, or they're just not around because they're always at work, they're always working, and sometimes they're working overseas for some added absentness? Well, of course you have, because that's nearly every single anime that has come out in the past 5 or 10 years. Especially ones that fall under the everyone's in high school cliche category. I mean, seriously, why can't the parents be a part of the anime? We've seen many examples where the parents are involved and actually contribute to the anime in a funny, serious, or entertaining way. This cliche is just upsetting and pointless. As mentioned before, most high school anime commit this atrocity. To list them all would take a freaking millennia, and I don't have the time, the patience, or even the lifespan to do them all. But the ones that aren't high school anime, like Oh My Goddess and Gurren Lagann, are also guilty of this. The cat's in the cradle of the silver spoon. Little boy doing the man under. Ooh, fucking what is this? Yes! This is exactly what I was looking for. I hit a gold mine, guys. 3 interesting and equally annoying cliches in a row on the same page. Ooh, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Now, each of these shares something in common in one way, shape, or form. So let's get started with the first one being the main character has a secret power within them. Now, this one's pretty self-explanatory, and I think most shonen action fans can agree with this one. As if the main character wasn't incredible enough, they have to throw in some secret power to make sure that no one is more badass than the main character. No one can outshine them. Goku being Super Saiyan, Yusuke being half demon, Ichigo being the son of a Shinigami and having hollow powers, Naruto having a demon fox, Saito being able to work man-made machinery and weapons from the familiar Zero, Sailor Moon being the reincarnation of a princess, Eren having Titan powers, Makoto having... I don't know exactly what he has to make all these girls want to fuck him. All of these prove positive of this played out cliche. Next up to bat, and an aptly named cliche as well, overused lines. These are words or phrases found in almost every genre of anime, but most specifically action anime, that are used over and 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 over in succession, sometimes multiple times in one episode, that become really annoying each and every time you hear it. Lines like... Nani? 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 Bakana! 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 They just feel like lazy outs for writers when they write dialogue for characters and can't think of something clever for them to say or think of a different way for them to express their thoughts. In fact, I dare each and every one of you to do a drinking game with an anime that you are currently watching right now and take a shot every time you hear a character say Nani, Baka, or Masaka. I guarantee you, you will be shit-faced by the end of the night. Or possibly dead. I don't care. And the last of the 3, and oh god, it's the worst one of them all, a cliche that's so prevalent in the action genre, the Deus Ex Machina. So let's say our heroes are in a pretty dire situation in which there is no hope for survival. Their backs are against the wall, everything seems pretty hopeless, and it seems almost certain that they are going to meet a gruesome demise. This is the end for our heroes. But then all of a sudden, someone or something inexplicably saves them from doom at the very last second. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Deus Ex Machina, and it is an annoying cop-out that pisses me the fuck off every single time I see it in an anime. And not just in an anime, even in movies and TV shows, I hate that shit. It's one of the worst cliches ever, because it's such a lazy way out of a situation when you wrote yourself into a corner and you're like, okay, how do I get these characters out of this situation? Okay, let's just say Goku comes out of nowhere and saves everybody. Okay, that's where we're gonna go. Let's write that one down. The only shonen type anime I can recall that does not resort to Deus Ex Machina, and I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, and people are gonna say, really, you're just saying that because you love the anime, but it's true, because there isn't a lot of Deus Ex Machina in this anime, and that is Akame got killed. Because there are multiple times where someone could have came out of nowhere and saved the characters from certain doom, but they don't. They end up dying. Nobody came to their rescue, and sometimes they even die alone. So yeah, that's a fine example of an anime that bucks the Deus Ex Machina cliche, but most shonen anime commit this atrocity. Oh, but I saved the best for last. This is the final cliche I'm going to share with you guys, and this is a cliche that I hate above all cliches in anime. This is a cliche I hope they never resort to ever again, and that it fucking dies. It's a terrible practice, and it's something that most anime should stray away from. And what cliche exactly is I'll tell you. It's the go read the manga ending. Yup, there is nothing more frustrating to me than an incomplete story. Especially a really good one that's engaging and enticing, and we follow these amazing, awesome, and likable characters going on a journey, learning a lot about them, seeing them grow and develop throughout their journey, seeing them bond and connect with other characters, being completely immersed in the narrative, only to have the rug pulled from under us when the story ends abruptly. Then what the fuck was the point of sitting through 12 or 24 or 26 or 50 or however many episodes there is, learning so much about the world and characters, if there isn't going to be a proper conclusion with some payoff and resolution? You basically just gave us the middle finger and say, fuck you, go read the manga. You wasted our time. Well, guess what? I have something to tell you guys too. If you're gonna tell a story, tell it fully. Do not force the audience to have to do some work that you yourselves could have done yourself. You could have wrapped the story up if you put the effort into it. And a lot of anime commit this atrocity. Batum, Fruits Basket, Princess Tutu, Dead Man Wonderland. Those are just some of the ones off the top of my head. There are plenty more that I could probably name if I had a list of them with me right now, but I'm just too fucking frustrated. Because honestly, it's a cliche that I don't understand why it exists. Or actually, no. I understand why it exists. It's so that they can promote the manga, promote the light novel to get people interested, and then they're gonna end it and say, you wanna continue, go read the manga. Buy our merchandise. It's a publicity stunt. It's basically a 12 episode long commercial. That's what it is, and I hate when they make anime like that. Anime is not a commercial, it's a product. It's something that people are invested in, so put the effort and give us full resolution. At the very least, wrap up your story. Don't end it in the middle of something. When you do it like that, it's insulting. It's insulting to the people that paid to see it. I mean, just imagine, you paid to see Batum. You knew nothing about the ending, and then it ends and you're just like, oh shit. What happens? What's next? What if I can't find the manga? What if I can't do any of that stuff? What if I can't read? What if I have to do it through a visual means? That means I can't see how that story wraps up. You basically fucked me. Thank you. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. And that is why go read the manga endings are not only the most annoying cliches in anime, but one of the worst cliches that needs to fucking die. Whew, I got too worked up there. Gotta get back to my snooty, debonair self, okay? Okay, I got it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, were 10 of the most annoying cliches I've seen in anime. All courtesy of the BCG Cliché Handbook. Get yours today! And while you're at it, I would very much love to know what you guys thought about my list. Did you agree with it? Did you disagree with it? And I'm pretty sure I left out a couple anime cliches that probably annoy you. So do let me know in the comments, what is some of the most annoying cliches that you found in anime? Comment below. Let me know. And stay tuned, more amazing, eloquent videos are coming your way, I promise you that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back to reading some funny inserts in the BCG Cliché Handbook that is falling apart at the seams. You have no idea. It's really difficult to carry this thing because it is broken. Look, even the page is falling off. So, anyway, enough of that. If you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic Guy, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video, really enjoyed it. And now I'm 21 2nd, the Black Critic Guy, enjoying himself a read of the BCG Cliché Handbook. Until then, peace, YouTube.